All right, we're in match 2 here. I think I am going to keep this hand despite it not being super stellar. I think we got to keep the hands that have a great mix of lands and have some pretty decent spells like Aeronaut in them. Hey, got the classic Gearcrafter into Aeronaut play, which I'm digging quite a bit. These cards are good. Shambling Ghoul, 2 mana, 2/3. That's pretty good, actually. Ooh, ghouls for days, huh? Alright. There's a bonded construct. Not so bonkers here, but that's alright. Can't exactly block too profitably here, but then again, it is just a 1-for-1. Not the worst deal ever. Oh. So much for that 1-for-1. Alright, so I guess we go Aeronaut next turn. And then we can triple block a ghoul next turn, but I mean, yeah, that can pose some problems for us. But I think ultimately it's worth it. Maybe I should have just attacked. Especially if he has like Cruel Revival. Well, kind of committed to it. We'll triple block the 2/3. Definitely didn't seem like a race we could win. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty tough one to beat. Well, it helps. It does help. So I guess we Void Mage. Yep. And I guess we'll swing for 1. And then we'll play a construct and pass. Yeah, it's still pretty good. No doubt. Drake actually is. Drake's actually a game plan, so that's good news. Basically, we have to find an opportunity to double block Patron plus Chandra's Fury. The good news is we only lose our Drake. The bad news is we're getting hit pretty hard. Alright, it's not the worst. Milling himself, so he's got some graveyard profit, I'm assuming. But what did we... Oh, that guy's pretty good, actually. Husk is not the best, but not the worst either. Alright, guess we just chill out. I mean, there's some potential issues here, but this could also work out well for us. I think that we double block and we let the damage happen before I Chandra's Fury. Basically just want to wait till... That guy's sweet. I mean, thankfully he doesn't have any enchantments, but it's still pretty good for him. Not quite as brutal as I would have liked, but all right. Berserker comes in. Don't think we're in a position to hold back and chill out at the moment. Let's see. Can I swing with a flyer profitably? He swings with everything, and I have some decent blocks, I guess. Well, I don't feel too comfortable attacking there. I'm pretty low on life. That's scary. All right, so I guess we go here. Maybe I should have attacked. Or maybe I have to chump here? I don't love that. Let's do the old... If I left my guy back, let's actually get some trade action going here. All right, not the worst. Oh, that's a powerful guy. Well, check it out. Actually could find an out here. Guess I should have just tapped red mana though. Yeah, especially if I get the... I didn't think about that long enough. Claustrophobia off the top. That would be bad. Well, Disperse actually works, so... Thankfully it did not come back to haunt me. And now we do actually have Sin to Sleep. Can't attack here though. I do have to double block the Centaur, which is fine. I mean, I could also take the Centaur. Kind of feel like it's worth it though. I do like the prowess, and I'm going to be able to send to sleep something. But what are the chances that I can tempo out? They don't feel great. I think we double block. I don't love it. So claustrophobia is an out. I mean, we have an out for a turn or two in our hand. Ooh. But active treason, unfortunately, not as sexy. Might just do it anyway, though. I could hold. It has flying. I can hold off on active treason. Right now, what is it? It's with me, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still pretty good. So I can get in for 8. Eight's a lot of damage. Well, I think we go for it. All right. Mm. Is there something that's going to help me if he's at 5 life? Yeah, Titan Strength. All right. We'll see if he's not interested in blocking. That way I could possibly win with a Titan Strength not next turn if he doesn't block. Well, got my opportunity. Jeez. Opponent's hand was much better than mine. All right, so for game 2 against the black-white deck, pretty good deck. I mean, a lot of powerful spells, a lot of efficient beaters. Could play Negate. I think calculated dismissals once again are good. He's got multiple 5-drops that are powerful, as well as 5-drop removal. Yeah, calculated dismissal I think is actually pretty solid in this matchup. Chandra's Fury worked fairly well there, but it only kills like one guy we saw, so I'd rather just have the counter spells. Excuse me, I think. Maybe I cut the Artificer again. He does block 2/3s well, though. Much better than Crow and Sergeant does. I could cut Titan Strength again, like last time. I do have the Mage Ring Bully. Don't really like him in this matchup. Not against 2/3s. Titan strength seems okay only. I'll cut it. All right. I just want as many creatures as I can possibly get here. All right. I think that's it, though. Do we see any artifacts? Not that I can think of. We did see removal, but I've got the 2 calculated dismissals, so we'll just leave it with those. Try this again. Ooh, gotta keep that, right? It's Jace. How can I refuse? Finally get to play with my main man, Jace. I think there's a pretty high probability we're just going to be looting with Jace and not assisting our bonded construct in combat. So we want to find a land next turn, but admittedly there's not a lot of things I want to discard here. Alright. Geez. Guess the Act of Treason, it feeds into our spell mastery. Well, that's a bummer. There's our land. Should have looted first, but there's just no possible way I'm discarding a land. I think we dump a Disperse. 5 is the magical number where we're going to have some issues. And I think Ring Warden Owl is powerful enough where I want that. So let's discard Disperse. Let's bust out Mr. Gearcrafter. And then we'll pass. Alright, that's beatable. We'll take the Assassin. I'm going to leave up Dismissal on his turn. No attacks is not a wise idea, I don't think. Well, let's loot. Because I do still want to find a land. I guess we'll dump the Construct. We are having quite the issue. I think I will double block a Tactician, but we're going to counterspell whatever 5-drop he plays here. Yeah, I'll just counter that. So then our guy transforms, I think, too. But Jace is going to live. We need both of these lands, I imagine, so we'll keep them. We'll draw the... Doesn't matter. When does he transform? Oh, I have to use the ability. I see. That's a good trade for me. I'll do it. All right. So we go... Well... What are we discarding? Because we know a land's on top, but I do want to turn into Jace at the moment. And then we're going to plus to get that guy weaker. I don't want to discard a land. Maybe the Abbot goes. I can actually... Okay, I can play Abbot, play land... And then loot. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Abbot. Costello. Let's play this. Now let's loot. I guess Sergeant can go. He's good, though. but I feel like everything else is more important. You turn into Jace. That thing's weaker. And then we'll pass. Yeah, it's okay. We're going to let that one resolve. We're not going to disperse yet. Oh, I see. The problem with dispersing is you can replay it and kill our guy. No, that's not actually true. Because he's going to get prowessed up. Regardless, I may want to just wait for Void Mage. But I think not. I guess we disperse. I mean, it's still a 2-for-1. Like I said, if he replays it, he doesn't even get to kill our guy. Looks like he's not replaying it, which is kind of weird. Swing for 2. Drop the owl. And then pass. His emblem is pretty strong, but yeah, I guess I should have thought about that. I still think we would have had some problems, though. Maybe it wasn't wise. Tough to say. I do sort of want to get my ultimate off, though, my emblem. Milling my opponent 5 at a time could be pretty good, although with Revenant in his deck, that could be a problem. Well, that's unfortunate, but he's got multiples of those? Seems really strong. Alright, well, that's good news for us, I guess. Alright, so now we just chill out mode. I think we're just going to emblem next turn, and then we only need 5 spells to kill our opponent. I mean, I could get greedy and wait an extra turn to do the Jace. Maybe it's actually worth it. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's probably worth it. I mean, keeping Jace seems pretty powerful. So we'll bust the Void Mage. I'm going to keep the land in hand. So next turn, emblem, and then we start busting some spells. Yeah, that's a problem. So block plus fiery impulse, but then, I think it's still... Yeah, I think that is what we do. But then... Wait, why did I not fiery impulse in response? I don't know. Was not good thinking. I don't know why I didn't. That was not smart though. So now I'm in a much tougher spot. Now with the punt. Yeah, now I'm in some trouble, unfortunately. All right. All right. I think I just jump block. I just screwed up. I'm going to have to accept it. That was definitely a punt, though. Absolutely a punt. A very, very poor play on my part. And possibly game-breaking. Very, very likely game-breaking, actually, as a matter of fact. Very likely game-breaking. But we do have an emblem, which is powerful. So claustrophobia, this guy. Fiery impulse, this guy. And hopefully draw some spells. Well, that's a good draw, given the circumstances. All right. Despite my best efforts to lose, I managed to win. So that is good. Let's see some more of our opponent's deck. Well, I guess I do have a few things Chandra's Fury kills, don't I? I still don't think there's enough, though. Multiple Unholy Hungers is pretty good. Although, geez. What? First Strike, Renown. Oh my god, that guy's great. Well, he's got Renown, though, so I can't always bank on that working out. Jeez. This is a problematic deck. Well, at least he's running, I guess the Auras. Disperse is going to be much better against the Auras. I think I would, well, the problem with Negate is I've already got the double dismissal. Do I really want Negate? I mean, he has Knightly Valor. He has the Grasp. I mean, without a doubt, he's got negate targets. And what am I going to cut for that, too? That's another question. Maybe I cut Active Treason for negate, actually. I actually think that might work out. Having a bunch of counter spells against him could be good. While keeping our creature count relatively high, I guess. I mean, Active Treason is good with Revenant, but only if we have a bunch of creatures in our graveyard, and the Patron is an okay Active Treason target too, but I think overall we're going to want to just negate instead. Alright, let's try this. Gotta keep this. Well, there's a counter spell. That's a good draw. Problem is, I'm going to end up just exiling the top card of my deck. I kind of feel like I should, though. I think it might be in my best interest to... Although, is it? Probably is. I want to get something on board to match his guy. I mean, granted, I'm losing an island, which actually really sucks, but... Well, anything sucks that you lose. But I'm hoping he doesn't have the Eye Blight guy. Alright, now we're actually in good shape, though, which is sweet. And we still... Okay, well, rewarded. So that's good news. We get to do Berserker, we get Renown, and we get in for some pretty beefy little damage here. And now I'm very highly motivated to leave up Calculated Dismissal. He is very close to his 5 drops. Alright, he doesn't have Death Touch, so I guess that's good news. And we still get to leave up. That's good news, too. Alright, let's just swing into this. I'm actually pretty happy with that trade, I think. Play a Construct, leave up Dismissal. And now Artificer actually does something, although admittedly not a ton at the moment, but we know he's got some X1s that we can hit. And as long as we're... Well, it's difficult. The thing is, I don't really care that much about the Construct, but... I guess it's in our interest to save it. I don't like this play that much, but I don't really have a great attack. It's going to be tough for me to leave up 3 mana for the rest of the game. And now I guess I can... Well, I can't really play Artificer either. I don't know. It was a tough choice. All right, Disperse is pretty good, actually. I didn't want to attack with the Construct. I think that would have posed some issues, because then he would have been more motivated to block that, and I still can get some value with Artificer. At least we have an out to the first fatty we come by. He's also... at least I don't have any enchantments, so this is actually pretty nice. Now we get to go Artificer, kill your dude, and get in for 7, which is very swingy at the moment. And considering we have this Scab Clan Berserker, that's really good news. So we have Claustrophobia for the first actual intimidating thing. Deadbridge Shaman, not that intimidating. I think we just Claustrophobia this. Could actually just jam a Goldforge Sentinel now. Alright, if I Claustrophobia Deadbridge Shaman, swing with everything, he goes to 1. He blocks Construct, goes to 1. That means he can't cast a non-creature spell for the rest of the game, which I think is actually pretty strong. Otherwise, I can just Claustrophobia swing for 5 and he pretty much can't cast a spell for the rest of the game. But Bond of Construct's not that important anyway. I think that we take him to 1 and keep him off non-creature spells for the rest of the game. I mean, we know he's got plenty in there, so granted, we're letting him block our construct, which kind of sucks, but him going to 1 I feel like is pretty important here. He could still, I don't know what he could play to, I mean, being unable to play non-creature spells for the rest of the game is pretty tough. Void Mage, and then we just kill him. We could do that too. Revenant did play better than I thought. Yeah. There's a lot of unholy hungers in hand. He was frustrated because I was so behind on the clock. I'm actually shocked I took that long too. He wasn't a dick about it though. He just said it was frustrating, and he was definitely a little salty that I took so long. But come on, I'm doing commentary. I've never played this format before. Give me a break. All right, we'll see you in the finals.